Hello, everybody, and welcome to No Labels, No Walls Action Monday. This is Monday, the 12th of June 2023, and my name is Markus Vählä, and I'm from Vantaa, Finland, representing No Labels, No Walls movement, combining people around the world around art, culture, and citizenship action. Check our website, www.nolabelsnowalls.net. Join our Action Mondays and our social medias on Facebook and Instagram. And let's join today our audience around the world watching this live today. And remember that you can always watch our shows later on Citizen Network TV on YouTube. So this year we are exploring places and spaces around the world that are linked with art, culture, and citizenship action. And as we know, after the COVID years, it's getting harder and harder to find places and spaces where citizens come together and do positive action. And to that end, I would like to introduce Shakur Njeru from Viwandani. Welcome, Shakur, to No Labels, No Walls Action Monday. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. And greetings to all people. My name is Shakur Njeru, community champion, founder, and team leader at Viwandani Comprehensive Community Organization. And I'm very, very happy to meet Mr. Marcos a long time ago, and looking forward to a very fruitful discussion and sharing experiences on what I do, and together we see how best we can move on this Action Monday, No Labels, No Wall, which is a great event for today. Thank you.
Shakur, I'm so honored to have you with us today, together with the founder of No Labels, No Walls movement, Riku Turpeinen from Finland. How are you doing, Riku, and how's life at the moment?
Life's very good, and I'm doing well and making a lot of progress doing my music and releasing an album, Christmas markets, and also trying to get in for one of the Finland's indie labels here, and looking forward to success that way too in music.
It's great to have you, Riku, today to talk about the music documentary you're making with No Labels, No Walls.
Yes, and that's one thing I'm also doing for this festival, and looking forward to meet some new people and who will talk about their challenges and other things they include in their point of music making, and a whole lot of other issues around that. So we're going to make some history and great music history, and be one of a kind.
Sounds very good, Riku. Let's come back to that later, because one thing that connects you, Riku, to Shakur is the Culture House model, guided functional peer support. And you are one of the founders of that movement in Finland and outside Finland. And Shakur is just joining in with his action, the Culture House movement. So that's some exciting things for next year also coming in Kenya. So more of that later on, because I want to welcome Frederick Kasanoi, if I spelled your name correctly. Welcome to No Labels, No Walls Action Monday, Frederick. How are you doing?
Thank you, Marcus. It's true, you spelled very correct. And I'm a member of VICCO. I'm a former street youth. I met with Shakur when I was a street boy, and he reformed me, and now I'm a community champion. Thank you. I'm ready to hear from you today.
I'm so glad that you're here, Frederick, today to share your stories and your ideas about the future of the VICCO and how it's linked to the to the international communities we have created worldwide. I'm the CEO of Citizen Network Cooperative of 20 organizations supporting a network of 270 organizations. So the big story around the world is that people are coming together, and resources, skills, innovations, they are traveling faster than ever. So we need everybody, and that's why we are here today together, linking people and ideas and solutions together. And to that end, one of the founders of No Labels, No Walls movement and Citizen Network cooperative member, Strindberg Laboratory from Los Angeles, and Michael Bierman. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Marcus, thanks for having me. Really exciting about today and hearing what everybody's doing.
It's so nice to have Michael with us today, because he is leading a very progressive theater movement called Strindberg Laboratory, and they are having their new play coming out very soon. They are active on the streets, inside community centers, creating magnificent art and theater in Los Angeles. And together we hope to find people doing creative stuff around the world. And Michael is the one, is the guy who put this No Labels, No Walls together, coming to Finland and creating a network of over 40 organizations, creating No Labels, No Walls festivals. So festivals is something that we are also talking about today. But before we go into that, I would like to introduce Shakur. And Mr. Shakur Njeru is leading Viwandani Comprehensive Community Organization, VICCO, which is a registered CBO with the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Development. Shakur Njeru is a community champion and founder of VICCO, with a mission of seeing every family living a decent life by focusing on community growth. Viwandani Comprehensive Community Organization, VICCO, is a remarkable community-based organization located in the slums of Viwandani. VICCO engages in a diverse range of projects that have a positive impact on the community. They promote art and culture by organizing events and activities that celebrate local talents and traditions. The establishment of a community library aims to enhance literacy levels and provide access to educational resources for community members. VICCO also operates an urban garden where they train community members in sustainable farming practices, ensuring food security and empowering individuals with valuable skills. Nutrition hubs provide young mothers with essential knowledge on proper food handling and cooking, promoting healthier lifestyles. VICCO's distribution of menstrual pads addresses the needs of school-going girls, ensuring their comfort and dignity. Additionally, the organization provides safe shelter at night, addressing the housing challenges faced by community members. Lastly, the community kitchen provides a space for communal cooking, fostering a sense of unity and support among residents. Through these initiatives, VICCO demonstrates a commitment to holistic community development and empowerment in the slums of Viwandani. So I'm so glad that you could join me, Shakur, today, because a streams of action has put us together, and one of the things that we are both doing is working with communities and individuals in various spaces and places. So if Shakur, you could tell a little bit about your story, what has led to this where you are now. If you can unmute yourself, Shakur. It's excellent.
Thank you very much, Marcos, for
welcome
this great meeting that you have organized. Yes, and VICCO, it's 10 years old, 11 years old today, and we do various holistic approaches to make sure that we are able to bring people together, bring the teens, the children, the youths, and the entire community members together. And this is something that over those years we have seen that it is really working, because it's bring people together, and that is inclusion, regardless of the tribe, regardless of the gender or color. So this is something that really unites people in the slum area, and especially through art. And the art is the best thing that can bring people together. Together with Frederick and other youths, we do what we call a mosaic, art mosaics. Then we have also environmental beautifications in slums, and this is such activities that brings people together to talk on their issues of mental health, to talk about suicide thoughts, and encourage one another to be able to share his or her own story, because I believe through sharing and through networking, talking to each other is one of the best way that people could get on this world, and also well-being of the people. So Viwandani VICCO is a remarkable organization, as you said, because we have library, where this library we do welcome children at morning and evening, whereby we also provide a cup of porridge, breakfast. We call it breakfast for every child every morning, so that they can be able to get energy or be energetic. And this is not only a cup of porridge, but a nutritious cup of porridge, to make sure that we encourage them to go to school. And then the library that also offers a conducive environment to the children and the elderly people and the older ones, teens, so that they can come and do their own studies there, because they don't have conducive homes or conducive places back at their home. So we offer free library with books and with assistance there, so that we can be able to see children, even if they come from the slum area, that they are able to get a conducive place for studies. And we also do gardening, and this is the things that I really love the most, because it is a remarkable thing to feed yourself. It is another thing also that promotes food security in teen time. This was a very hard time for us, and that's why we decided to come up with a garden and try to use what we have, try recycle things like plastic, like tires, just to make sure that we are able to feed ourselves with what we have, regardless of the space. So gardening is one of the things that I really love, and I involve children and the teens mostly, and the young mothers, to come and make sure that they learn on how to do farming. They are able to get skills there, and make sure that they can also feed themselves through the the small spaces that they have. So that is the things that I really love doing in the Mukuru area. So it is something that I really appreciate, together with the children that we have around. We also do sports, and these sports are the things that really bring people together, because we call it recreational activities that bring youths, uh, uh, every kind of person together, and just have some good time to play football and to do boxing. So this is the things that bring people together in the slum, and the inclusion part of it comes in very clearly, and people do build cohesion together, and so that we are able to live and in harmony, and that breaks the barriers and breaks the walls, so we are able to come together. And I really love this action mandate, no labels, no walls, because if we all live together, we all do activities together and encourage one another, this world could be a better place for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakur. Yeah, it's magnificent to hear what you're doing in your area. Have you always been doing something like this? What have led you to found VICCO and start these activities? Or was it there already before you joined?
No, I founded VICCO a very long time ago, and we started doing community cleanups. And these community cleanups, I mobilized the youths. We came together because the slum area, it was very, very dirty. People never knew how to manage their waste. And we also they also dumping everywhere. So we decided to come together and start doing community cleanup, to clean areas, to open the trenches. And this is a way of reducing communicable diseases. So that is our entry point, where I managed to come to bring and started doing this as an activity. So I founded VICCO through waste collection and cleaning our own area, because where we live, there is no municipal counties. The government never collect waste there. We don't have proper water. We don't have good sanitation. So we decided to come with these initiatives to try and make it our home clean, and at least get good water, to advocate for county to bring water to the slums area, and not even only bringing water, and even coming and collect this garbage collection waste that it is huge in dump sites. So that's how we started, and slowly by slowly we realized that we also need to encourage or to involve other activities in to involve other activities in this organization, like reproductive health is something that it is very, very crucial. And also we realized that young mothers and ongoing school children can't go to school because of period shame. They don't have sanitary towels. And so we decided that we need to go and talk with these people who are out there and see how best we can cooperate or work together, so that we can be able to provide sanitary pads for these ongoing school children, and to end this period, the stigma and period shame. And I'm happy to report that today we are able to give 150 ongoing school children and young mothers a dignity park, and they are able to go to school without period shame, and they are proud of themselves. So every single month we give to 150. So that is something that we really we are proud of. And then now comes about sports. And this sports is something that really brings people together, because when we do an activity together, at that time we are together with the youths, and that is the moment that we are able to talk about drugs abuse, we are able to talk about reproductive health and safe sex and so on. So that this is the only time sports bring people together. So that's how we started VICCO, personally, together with my other friends that currently is not in this meeting today. And that's how we together we came, and slowly by slowly we realized that we need holistic approaches to make sure that we are able to include every person in this in this project that we are doing. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Shakur. Can you tell a little bit about the area where you are living? Behind my back, there's one photo, and you're very active on social media. So please check out Shakur Njeru on different social media platforms. But tell a little bit about the realities of everyday life in your area.
Thank you very much. So I would like to talk about the day-to-day activity that happens in Mukuru area. Like the photos that is in your back, we also have an initiative called Fresh Wednesday. And this Fresh Wednesday is whereby we are scaling up nutrition in urban poor setup, making sure that from our gardens, we are able to give women and children fresh vegetables that they don't get. So on that photos, we are in a slum called Kayaba. Kayaba is still in Mukuru slum. So we went there to give vegetables to women and children and the entire community, and sensitizing them on how best they can also be able to grow their own food. And often they don't get these fresh vegetables. So every Wednesday we go around and making sure that we are able to scale up nutrition in this slums area. And the jobs that are in slums area, you see a lot of people wake up, the unemployment is very high. People don't have jobs, and so they really have to wake and go to look for some small job we call casual labors. And they also have to go to get food, so they need to do what they have to do. And also girls are at risk in slums area because of such activities that they happen there. It's because that they don't have job, and lacking job makes them to go into ungainful activities, and these ungainful activities, they have their own repercussions that are quite serious. Like so if a girl has a child, a young mother, and she doesn't have food, now she'll, in one or the other, she finds herself joining in prostitution, and that is something that it is very, very hard to for them. So our day-to-day life in the slum is not easy, because the crime level is still high. But I'm also very happy that I encourage a lot of youths and a lot of people in slum to make sure that they are able to stand on their own, and they can start small businesses like selling sweets, selling bananas, to make sure that they can also depend on themselves, apart from engaging in negative activities that led some of our friends dead from the police. So this is something that goes on every day on the slum area, and we are also looking forward to engage youths on art. What we are really lacking is material. Like, we all need paints, brushes. These are the things that we really need, and our art is quite unique because we use recyclable materials like tiles, the floor tiles, we call it mosaics. We use a lot of things that are thrown, like plastic. We use them to create art. So we just need a small support of paints and brushes that will really amplify our work. And these will make sure that we engage a lot of youths and people to come together to make sure that they leave negative activity and then jump into positive activity that they can even earn a meaningful earning. Yes.
Thank you, Shakur. And I have a small video here to show a couple of them. So if I'm able to share, perhaps you can tell me what we see. Just a moment, I will get the video here, but I would like to welcome Stanley. Are you, Stanley, are you in Kenya, or where are you? Welcome to No Labels, No Walls Action Monday.
Thank you, Marcus. I'm currently watching you from in Kenya, Nairobi. And thank you for making me a part of this. This is quite unique, especially for the art part. I've enjoyed the mural that have been done across the streets in Viwandani in general. And I love taking part in such initiatives because they really help and nourish the community that we currently live in, especially with a positive impact to the youth, because 80% of the people who benefit a lot from such initiative are the youths and the ladies, to be specific. So the ladies, they enjoy the sessions, and you can also see the same when they engage in the initiative, like especially for one like Fresh Wednesday. You can really see the engagement level with the community, and it's quite a good addition.
Thank you, Stanley. And let's see if we can watch the video now. unfortunately, it doesn't work, but it don't matter. Go to No Labels, No Walls social media on Facebook later on today, and you will see what is happening in Shakur's and Stanley's and Frederick's area, because I would like to introduce Frederick. Can you tell a little bit about your story and where are you now and what would you like to do in the future?
Yes, thank you for this opportunity. I'm Frederick Njoroge, but in my community, I'm known as Kasanoi or Pigaluk Initiative. As I told you there before, I'm a former street youth. After 9 years, I met with Shakur Njeru when I was in street. He encouraged me and he reformed me from drugs, and I decided to join him in VICCO. And now I'm a community champion. I also do talk with youths about drugs and crime. And also I have an initiative called Pigaluk Initiative, which I collect second-hand clothes from well-wishers and give to the most needy families in the slums. Yeah, and my ambition is to see slum where there is no those negative activity, like here in Viwandani, but we are trying our best to talk to the youths so that they can have their own living life. Like me, I started my small business here. I'm selling capes. You can see now I'm at my shop, so that even youth, they can believe what we are telling them, that there is true, there is life after reforming. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Frederick. It's nice to have you with us in No Labels, No Walls Action Monday, and hopefully we will meet you again in our Action Mondays later on and hear more of you and your business. So here's a little bit gardening in the area. Let's see the video now.
Now look at this. Now look at this. Now look at this. I'm on the road now to happiness. Just kinda feel a little emptiness. Drank all this Henny cause of loneliness. Loneliness. That's how I'm passing my time. No money might think of a crime. Can't do it, won't do it, it's fine.
Yeah,
So,
Marcus, let me talk about that video. So that's 2 weeks ago, we were preparing the seedbed, and that is what we are planting there is carrots, and we are making sure that we are able to engage the young generation, just to make sure that they understand where foods come from. And so it is another thing to give food, and it's also another thing to know how to grow your own food. So together with the teens and the children, Frederick, and together also with Stanley, we also rear ducks, we also rear pigs, and all these are social businesses to make sure that we are able to support whatever we are doing and making sure we are able to pay our bills. So it is an interesting thing working with the youths, working with the children, showing them how to mix manure and soil, showing them how to plant carrots and other type of vegetables, and also from planting to transplanting, to doing watering, and also to cooking the food, because we also have what we call Nutrition Saturday. And this is where we are able to train these children, not only training them on how to plant, but also how to cook food and to cook food in the right way. So we have Nutrition Saturday, where we encourage young mothers, those who have children, young children, to come and show them how to cook food in a proper manner, proper food handling, and making sure that you are able to get the nutrients that it is needed. So it's all round activities, quite holistic, and making sure that we cover things that they are needed to be covered in the slum area, and especially in the children diet.
Thank you, Shakur. Let's watch another video.
Some days you feel like you're swimming and flying. Some days you wake up and you don't feel like you wanna chase what you don't see. But some days you feel like you're floating up high. So how about you try this time? Lifting up your head and sing out. What more than I see? There's more inside of me. Just lift up your voice and say.
So there we see some community kitchen action, isn't it so?
Absolutely, that is our nutrition hub, and it's a community kitchen. And as you can see, the teens there are being taught by their team leader, who's called Kate, on how to prepare food and in a good manner. Like you need to wash your hands before cooking. You need to wash the vegetables or any kind of food that you are preparing, and then how to prepare, how to serve. And that is something that I'm really proud of, because food is in another level. Like food, the right to food is next to life, the right to life. So we need also to engage the young ones earlier around, so they can be able to stand on their own and make sure that they feed the world, they feed themselves, and even get surplus to sell and pay school fees and such things like those. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakur. And then you told us about your actions around supporting school children. There's a small video of that as well.
Now look at this. Now look at this. Now look at this.
So what was
Yes,
this
yes.
space?
Thank you very much. That is our library. We call it Catch Them Young Library, whereby we encourage children to come and do their home studies, because most of those children back at their home, they don't have electricity, the environment is not conducive, and so we offer conducive and friendly environment for them to come and do their studies and help each other. So that's our Catch Them Young Library, whereby they come every day, morning and evening, and that is the same place where we also offer cup of porridge every morning from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. as they go to school. And not only that, because we have very, very bright children there. So we also have a sponsorship program that it's also called Catch Them Young sponsorship program. And currently we have 10 children that have been sponsored from our library. And that's something that we are really proud of. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakur. You mentioned the county and the city. Can you tell a little bit about the support you get from the government or the city or from that area? How does that work in your area?
Thank you. The county government and the national government, only what they offer us with is capacity building, going to meetings and trainings, only that, but not as many as we expect, because we need the population in Viwandani, we are about 54,000 people. So you see the population is quite high, and yet the government still very, very dormant for sure. It doesn't help organized CBOs. They only, the place that they help us is only registration. Yeah, so the government also have funds for youth, but now accessing the funds is quite tricky for these organized CBOs. And so we are looking forward to organize meetings with these county officials to see how best the youth can access these funds that are made for them. And also make sure that they support well-organized group. I realize that the government and the NGOs and those big NGOs internationally and locally, they get funding from people, but now the channel of funding the youth group, it is not right. So I also call for these big organizations to see how best they can change their model on funding, because they fund big organizations that have huge administration, huge things that cost a lot of money, and yet we have organized groups and CBOs that are really there at the ground. So maybe they can change how they channel their funding. So this is something that we need to take it up with the, this is a conversation that we can take it further with these organizations, NGOs, and even the government itself. So it's really not doing quite enough, and it's very dormant. So we are doing on our own, but I'm happy that we are able to engage people. Someone like Stanley is a very vocal person, helps us in making sure that we have a Wi-Fi connection in slums. And that is something that it is really, really great, because it's only on these gadgets that we can connect. I met you on LinkedIn, I met you on, so we need to get people who are good at in communication, making sure that we are able to communicate and engage with other people that are like-minded like us, so that we can move together forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakur. Citizen Network and No Labels, No Walls is all about citizens in communities creating something on the ground level. And one of my heroes, Neasley Guerrier from Los Angeles, is with us today. Welcome, Neasley. How are you doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. I am doing really well. Hi, Riku. Oh boy, texting. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Mary. Hi, Michael. Hello, gentlemen. I'm doing really well, thank you. I am so glad I am able to join in this morning. I am sorry I've been missing the group. I have had a plethora of meetings and trainings and traveling to do, but I'm back.
Nice to have you with us. So Shakur, Stanley, and Frederick, they are activists in the slums of, is it Nairobi region? Yes, and they are creating a magnificent community action with community gardening, community kitchen, supporting women.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
with,
I was listening.
Yeah. So is there links to anything that you are doing nowadays in Los Angeles, and how are things in Los Angeles compared to what Shakur just mentioned?
I mean, you know, we cannot compare because it is most definitely very different. Right now, although I'm in Los Angeles, I've been doing a lot of work in Riverside, which is about an hour away from Los Angeles. It's a fairly different environment from the environment that I worked in at Los Angeles. However, the changes and the work that we've been doing a little bit different. We just had a community baby shower where we reached out to different agencies working with mothers in the community that are not as abled. And we just had our church community. Basically, we created a baby shower registry from Amazon, and we just had the members of the church purchase those different gifts. And we invited all the mothers and their family to this baby shower, and every mother received a bag, a diaper bag full of all the basic essentials that the babies will need, a newborn will need, and raffled off some big gift items like car seats, strollers. And so that is what we just finished for the month of May. And we are planning an event for the fathers of those mothers that participated in the baby shower. We connected with the different agencies out of the county that are working with different mothers, Black and brown, poor, low-income mothers, and we're about to do the same thing with the men and their family. So that's what I've been working on over the last couple of months. I am really excited to see what these gentlemen are doing with the community garden. We have had our eyes set on this property for a while now, hoping to create it into a community garden. That has not happened. We cannot seem to find the owner of the property so we can talk a deal Well, we are not giving up because we believe we're right across from a high school, and we are really looking to be able to engage the students and from the high school into the community garden instead of them engaging in, troubling behaviors. So that's the goal and the hope.
Thank you, Nisley. Wonderful to have you with us at No Labels, No Walls Action Monday. Shakur, would you like to comment?
Yes, I'm really happy to hear what Nestle have just talked about, and making sure that she is engaging the mother. And the best thing is not only the mothers and even the fathers are being engaged. So this is really, really a good thing. So I would also want to add in, we also do what we call happy birthdays, because we realize that everyone has a birthday, but we don't celebrate. So we started an initiative called Birthday Yangu, and that is Birthday Yangu. Together we come and contribute some shillings here and there so that we can purchase a cake, and we encourage the children to come and record their birthdays so that we can match them. Like in this June, we are having on Saturday, we are celebrating birthdays for all June babies. And this is something also that really encourages them and give them hope to continue driving in harsh conditions like in slum areas. So nicely, you are really doing a good job making sure that celebrating the baby showers, and that is something maybe we can take it up, because we have young mothers here in slums, and they don't have such activities, and this is the activity that really encourages them, that will encourage them and love their baby. And yeah, because some of these pregnancies are unwanted pregnancies, and so if we could do some things like that, it could really encourage these young mothers to love their children. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we did is we invited different professionals that deal specifically with mothers. We had pediatrician, we had a physical therapist that talk to the mothers about how to bond with their children. We had a therapist who talked to them about what to look out for with postpartum depression, because of course we know that as far as when you are low income or poor, taking better care of you may take better care of your physical self, but you don't really think about your mental health. And a lot of women, and of course, sadly, here in America, a lot of Black women are dying during childbirth. One, you would never expect to find that, right? And a place that is as advanced as America, but Black women are dying giving birth. Meanwhile, Black women have been giving birth from the beginning of time with midwives at home and lived, but they're going to the hospitals and dying. And so we brought in a lot of people to speak with them also about how to bond, how to connect, how to feed the baby, to breastfeed, different kind of things like that. And even if it's through Zoom, we had a person who couldn't come in person, but they spoke to them through Zoom. So that's another great opportunity you can do. And if you're doing anything like that, and if you don't have access to the professionals, I can help, because I do know quite a bit of people that could probably be willing to participate. The other thing that I found that was really helpful is we don't have a big budget, but what we did is engage our community. And when we created the baby shower at Amazon, what we did, I went personally, I created the list, and I chose the things that I know that mothers will need. And then that way, when people bought the items didn't go to the mothers, they came straight to me, straight to my church, to my location. And then when we had the event, just to make sure that nothing gets lost in translation, right? And when we had the event, we had all the gifts. You can do the same thing for the birthdays by creating birthday lists for your children. and send it out to, you know, your partners and say, hey, we're doing this birthday thing. Would you be, I don't know how Amazon translates in Nairobi where you are, but whatever platform you have, if it's kind of the same thing, you could create a birthday list. You can create a school, like you can create any list you want. And let's say if people may not want to give you money, but if you create the list and you send out the list, maybe people might be more willing to purchase the items that you can give gifts to your people. That's another suggestion I would have for you.
Thank you, Nestle. That's a really good one. Thank you.
So micro supporting movements around the world, and that's what Citizen Network is also working on. There are all sorts of community groups around the world that are tackling with very minute resources, but together we can share resources and ideas and make that technologically wise happen. And it in Citizen Network, there's a lot of technology companies in the universal basic income movement in Africa. So join UBI Lab network today, and we also have a laboratory in Kenya. So probably we can link your VICCO movement also to the action we are having this year in Kisumu. I heard from Shakur, it's 5 hours away, but we are arranging in August TEDx Kisumu, where we are supporting social innovations from Kenya, and especially something related with universal basic income and environment. So we are having a call to action where we are crowd funding one experiment. So hopefully your movement will join that action too. And Amazon Theatric, of course, who we had on from Kisumu, which is a community theater. So it might be that this kind of meeting points could be something that you could start to arrange and link people together with the themes, because your VICCO is so active in all sorts of areas, like you said, football, nutrition, schooling, and all other things. So hopefully we can keep in contact later on. But Shakur, how would you like, if a lot of people are now watching this show, is there a way to support your movement right now, and how can it be done?
Thank you very much. We have a coffee link whereby people can support the porridge initiative for the children, the nutrition for the young mothers and the young children's, and that is the coffee link I will send to you so that people can get to support with the kind of amount from $5, $10 that really makes a huge impact. And yes, we're really looking forward to people who can connect us with to funding. Like, I believe that this meeting is an eye-opening for us, and also as a good platform to share what we are doing. And I'm happy that you have shown the videos. So the coffee link, people can buy coffee for VICCO, and that money goes directly to VICCO, and that is how we can get the porridge, you can get the food, you can get the books. We can also add the books for the children, and make sure that we are also able to get art materials to continue doing whatever we are doing, because we all have good things in common, and it's only us that we can do these things in this world. And I'm happy to have connected with you, with everyone else in this meeting. So the coffee link is there, and Stanley may share the coffee link in this meeting so that you can even share to other people, so people can support us. And I will also would be very happy if given a chance to go to Kisumu and just to get interact with this that activity that will be happening there. Like someone like Frederick is also an evangelist, and I heard Nasli is a pastor, maybe something like that. So this is a good connection that they can mentor each other. So given a chance to travel there, it's also a huge opportunity for us to go and learn and share whatever we do and see how best we can work together. Yes.
and working together is all what we are about. And one thing that links us together also is your work with Culture House movement and with Mr. Markus Raivio from Kukunori from Finland. So that action is now coming to Kenya. So this year we are starting 6 culture houses in Kenya and 3 next year. So big things are happening in Kenya. Kenya is the place to be. That's the place where people are coming together, it seems. And one of the founders of the Culture House movement is with us today, Mr. Riku Turpeinen from Finland. What can you tell a little bit about your story with the Culture House and GFP?
Yes, I've been a lot of making things with the Culture House, and most of them with Elvis Culture House in Helsinki, Finland, and it's been very exciting, and I have great experiences from there, and also looking forward to make some more action for the other culture houses as well.
And one of the things that could link these culture houses together is making music together. So tell a little bit about your idea for the documentary you're creating at the moment.
Yes, I'm doing this documentary for the musicians of No Labels, No Walls, and people who's doing music and interviewing them and making music happen with them, and that way we can build the documentary as like the aid kind of thing, and also that if we are making music together, we could, for example, do a song, an aid song, which we could deliver with No Labels, No Walls channel and the TV channel we have, and that would be really interesting for me, and I'm looking forward to share this idea with whole community of No Labels, No Walls.
Sounds magnificent, Riku. And is it so that you have found an editor to the video?
Yeah, here he is. His name is.
Hi, hi. My name is Jani.
Hello, Jani, and welcome to No Labels, No Walls Action Monday. We are glad to hear that you are joining the action, editing Riku's documentary. Can you tell a little bit about yourself?
I'm 33 years old, and I'm making videos for Riku, and I'm just, this video making is for me is just hobby.
Sounds very good. And to end the show, let's link things together. So Shakur, how does it sound? Video, music, art, and citizenship action. Is it something that you could join this year as well?
Yes, absolutely. That is something that I'm really looking forward to join and engage. And I'm happy that Rico and his friend there are really working hard to make sure the music and the editing, everything is okay. So I'm really looking forward, and I'm very willing to join.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. So this year, the festival will happen in our location, in the spaces we have visiting this year. So you can create your own small or larger action, and the documentary we are making, and also we are creating our own newspaper. So when everything goes digital, we go the other direction because the news are on the street. So let's create news together and create our own newspaper that we can share stories with. And
Thank
Riku,
you.
do you have some comments?
Yeah, and I would like to say that I'm still gathering some money and benefit money for my trip to Los Angeles to make some things with Nestle and Michael and Mary perhaps, and we could do some music together and in interviews and for a documentary. But I think it's going to next year's plan, but if we do the same kind of things next year, which we will, so but I'll be there as soon as possible.
Excellent. Let's
Looking
make dreams
forward to it,
possible.
Riku.
Yeah. So let's make dreams happen. Let the ideas fly. Let us travel and see new kind of places. So I'm so happy to have all of you today in the No Labels, No Walls Action Monday, where we met Shakur and Frederick and Stanley. And would you like to have some closing comments to what you want to say to the world just now? So Stanley, you're on air and muted, by the way.
I want to say that thank you for this meeting, and it's been great talking to you all, and welcome to the world of music documentary making with Riku.
Okay, thank you very much for No Labels, No Walls, and the team for this meeting. And I'd like to close with some few remarks, because I believe when we come to change the world, it starts with you. So it doesn't matter how small of an initiative you've started. What matters is the impact you're bringing. And the impact might not be felt at that particular moment, but give it a couple of years, decade, the impact will grow into something big and blossom into something amazing. So thank you for the support also. And we're looking to moving forward and working together in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Stanley. Wise words, and hopefully we'll keep in touch. Let's all join No Labels, No Walls Facebook group, where we can share ideas and news what is happening in our locality. So Frederick, I'm so happy that we met today. Do you have any closing comments, please?
Yeah, thank you. Mine is to thank for this wonderful meeting and knowing about No Labels, No Walls, and we'll be keeping engaging each other and sharing ideas and also meeting physical, and we are ready to work together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frederick. It was very nice meeting you, and hopefully we'll meet again. And it's the hero of this evening, Shakur. I'm so glad that we met, and I hope that we can start cooperating together. You have so many ideas going on, and you have a great team over there working in your area. So I'm sure that we can find a way to the future together. Thank you for being here today.
You're most welcome.
So now we have a short summer break, and we will continue in August when we travel in another direction around the world. So please tune in to No Labels, No Walls Action Mondays, and have a great week, all of you. Bye-bye. This is
Bye-bye,
Markus Vähälä from
everybody.
Finland.
Thank you.
Blessings,
Bye-bye.
everyone.